Welcome everyone. How you doing? Yoga with Dave Rennie. That's me. I've got my fire on. Yes. I thought I'd do yoga by the fire today because it's proper cold out there, isn't it? So we'll kind of look at a little bit of breath work today, just to kind of fire us up a little bit and to kind of bring a little bit of heat into the body. And we'll move a fair amount as well. I think last week it was pretty relaxed and chilled out. And I think this week what we'll do is we'll kind of do some sun salutations and we'll kind of break them down a little bit, so that hopefully they're accessible for a lot of people. Not that sun salutations are particularly complicated, but they can be quite physical. You know, if you've got things going on with your wrists, for example, you just need to be really careful with yourself. So yeah, always look after yourself first and foremost. That's the most important thing. And if something which I'm kind of instructing or going through doesn't feel right for you, remember, just make your own stuff up. Come into child's pose, lie on your back, hug your knees in towards your belly, just lie down in Shavasana. You know, you take what you want from your practice. It doesn't have to be what I do. Mine's just a suggestion, you know, and if you want to follow me, then that's brilliant. And if you don't, that's okay as well. So is anyone going to be brave enough to take their socks off today? I was in a cafe this morning and the woman in there had heated socks on, and then a guy came in and he had a heated jacket on. And I was thinking to myself, wow, all of this technology, you know, we need power to heat all these things up. But then I thought to myself, well, at least it's cold. You know, at least it's cold. So this cold weather is kind of welcome in some ways, isn't it? All right. Okay. I'm just going to have a little slurp of tea. So if you need to take a drink, then feel free. I'm going to read what the tea bag says. It says, love the day, love your life. Love the day, love your life. So whatever is happening in the circumstances of your life, try and channel that love in. You know, it doesn't mean that yoga is going to cure all of your problems, but it's a beautiful practice to come to. It can center you. It can move your body physically. It can stretch you out. It can energize you. It can calm you down. It's magic. And we connect a little bit deeper here, don't we? Our heart. Connect this beautiful thing and our heart center together. So you call that what you will, but I like to think of it as just like energetically going a little bit deeper and getting out of this kind of whirlpooling of the mind, you know, where the mind can be a little bit crazy sometimes. So yeah, have a little drink. I just went off on a tangent. Love your day, love your life. All right. Okay, so you've been maybe sat there for a little bit of time. So bring your legs out. We do this a lot, don't we? I might have my feet out today, but I certainly am not wearing shorts. I'm not doing it. So just drop your knees to either side. Beautiful. Just scissoring the legs. And now when you bring the knees next time down to the right, just pause here. Lean back into your hands. Make sure your wrists feel okay here. Feel this stretch into your left hip. And then inhale back to center and then just come to the other side and be super curious about what this feels like side to side. Breathe into the right hip. You might feel this in the right hip flexor, maybe in the outer hip just here. You know, just find a version that works for you. And then just back, inhale into center, exhale into the side, inhaling, exhaling, and just move like this just a few more times. Nice fluid movements, just so you don't get tight. And then we'll come back to center and maybe bring your other shin in front. I'm also sitting on a nice fairy blanket here as well. So yeah, bring that into your practice. If you've got blankets, you've got cushions, you've got pillows, have them close by so you can get really warm and snuggly when we need to. So we'll rub our hands together at heart center, create a load of heat in between your palms. Nice, beautiful. And then once you've got a load of heat in between your palms, just uncross your legs and then place your warm hands onto the soles of your feet. And then just give the soles of the feet a little rub, maybe the heels, the midfoot, maybe into your toes. And then you can kind of like rub into the calves and shins and then into the thighs. And maybe just give the legs a little tap out. You can bring the legs out, give them a shake. And if you're tapping the legs out, bring that aliveness into your body. Maybe your chest, maybe your shoulders, maybe the back of your head. Give it a little rub. Nice. And then come back with your legs crossed or any way that feels good for you. And then thinking about softness, bring your hands onto your temples and maybe close your eyes here and just with your fingertips, just kind of rub really gently at your temples. Breathe deeply here. Nice deep rich inhales, full release and exhales. Then maybe onto your forehead just the lightness of touch. And then just be curious about, do you feel heat in your fingertips transferring onto your forehead, down through your nose, down into your cheeks? Give yourself a little bit of love. Bathe yourself with this gentle touch. Down into your chin. For me, that's a little bit cold, but as I bring my fingertips down, yeah, I really feel that heat. And then just give your throat a little rub out. Just enjoy this. Beautiful. Nice. And then you're going to bring your hands onto your knees. So the palms are going to be face down. We do this one a lot. You're going to inhale the chest forward. You're going to exhale round. You're going to inhale forward and exhale round and just get into a nice steady rhythm. Fire's looking good, isn't it? It's nice. This is the only fire that we have on at the moment. No heating. This radiator here behind me is never on. The cost of fuel, eh? Who would have thought it? Inhale forward, exhale round. The nice thing is we can create our own heat. We can create our own energy in yoga. So we'll be looking at that in a moment. But at the moment, just warming up through the hips and the spine. You know, I'm bending quite deeply into my arms. My hands are kind of just resting. Look, all my movement comes from my navel. But if you feel a little bit tighter in the spine, then you might be here. You know, the spine might be a little bit more elongated and the heart center lifted, and you're just coaxing the hips and the spine open. Breathe deeply. Relax your face as much as you can. Sometimes relaxing the face can be achieved by having a little grin, but I'm certainly not telling you to smile. If you don't want to smile, you don't have to smile. And then come back to center and then just circle it out the other way. Inhale forward, exhale round, inhale forward, and exhale round. Beautiful. Nice circular movements into the spine, into the hips. Inhaling and exhaling as you go. Really nice work. And then inhale, come all the way back to center. And then a full exhale, maybe just through the mouth, just sigh out. I can see my breath. All right, do that one more time. Nice deep inhale. And a full exhale. Let's do one more. Nice deep inhale. And a full exhale. Really nice. If you're sat near a wall, then feel free just to bring your back up against the wall. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, don't kind of like, you don't have to. If you feel really comfortable sat, then please just sit. But I just want to show you that it doesn't have to be where, you know, we're kind of, I guess, straining. So you can sit kind of up against a wall or radiator, whatever you've got. And then just my upper back and my shoulders are nice and relaxed here. It takes quite a lot of strain out, and then I can breathe really deeply into my lower back. So this can be quite a nice way. If you bring your head, the back of your head against the surface that you're leaning up against, then you feel that length in the back of your neck. So, you know, when we're sat, this is kind of where we want to be and not kind of here. You want to kind of find that broadness in the chest and the shoulders, and then the back of the head wants to be kind of nice and long, so you feel that length in the back of the neck, and your chin is just tucked in very slightly. And this is how we want to be when we're in Tadasana. You know, when we stand in mountain pose, this is the kind of posture we're looking for. All right, so if your head is up against the wall, just remove it a little bit. So you just bring the head forward, and then just begin to circle your head. But be really gentle. Maybe close your eyes. Inhale as the head comes up, and then exhale as your head comes down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And this is not about speed, and it certainly isn't about depth. It's just about working out what you need. And I always think about right at the tip of my nose, and I'm just drawing circles with my nose. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Same thing again, make sure your jaw is really relaxed. Breathe in long and deep here. Head all the way back to center and then just circle the other way. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze, I think. Excuse me, that was a good one. So inhaling the head up, exhaling the head down, just moving in the opposite direction. If you want to kind of pause in any area, you might get to a bit and you might be like, oh, I need some breath and stability. I need some stillness, then feel free to do that. Beautiful. Just like 3 more complete rotations in your own time. Inhaling the head up, exhaling your head down. Inhale, come all the way back to center. And then a full exhale. And then if you are sat against the wall, just come away from the wall. And then we'll all kind of meet on all fours. So I'm just going to have another little drink. And then if you want to bring a blanket underneath your body, feel free to do that. I'm going to bring this little bit of faux fur underneath my knees, just so I'm nice and warm. And then set your hands up. So they're kind of a little bit in front of your shoulders. You see there's a little bit of an angle in my arms. Remember, if this doesn't work for you and you feel strain in the wrists, you've always got this option of kind of making fists and coming up here. You're a little bit higher, but the movement is exactly the same. So just be careful of your wrists. Spread out through your fingertips. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. So you've got this nice neutral spine. Inhale, drop your belly down. Lift your head and your heart, and then exhale, just round your spine. You can tuck the toes under if you want. Inhale forward, and then exhale round and just tuck your chin in towards your sternum. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. We'll do 4 more. Inhale, exhale, deep inhale. Full exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Really round the spine. Separate your shoulders. Inhale. Heart center lifts. Spine elongates. And then exhale. And then bring your knees nice and wide. Big toes touch. And then just bring, first of all, I've got a little bit of cramp in my foot. So you're on the tops of your feet. That's why it's causing me problems. So you bring your sit bones back onto your heels or somewhere close. You might be tighter in the hips and you might be here. That's all right. Just lay your head forward. And then either stack your head on your hands or just bring your head all the way down. And have a little wriggle around here in your first child's pose of the class. So this is a nice grounding, safe pose. Hopefully calming the central nervous system, but you can move around and maybe stretch out through the arms, wriggle a little bit from side to side, maybe just turn the head. You've done a little bit of work into the neck, whatever you want to do, kind of bring that into your practice, stretch it out, really stretch out through the arms, feel that deep stretch from the middle of your fingers. Then inhale, come all the way back up. Nice. Give your feet a little tap out. Just kind of press into the toes and then give your feet a tap out. Press into your toes and give your feet a tap out. And just move like that. You can always kind of lift the foot, do some ankle rolls. They can feel nice. Bring some aliveness, maybe flex the toes, flex the heels, stretch them out, and then tap them out one more time. Beautiful, nice. And then I'd ask you to come back to a seated position. So come all the way back to sit. Beautiful. Really nice. And then we're going to do a little bit of breath work now. So we're going to do breath of fire. Breath of fire is also known as Kapalabhati breathing or breath of fire. So this is about kind of using the breath to energize us and bring the energy up kind of here to the crown of the head, or skull shining breath. But this is activating. So we've got a breath for everything. We've got a breath for when we want to calm down. We've got a breath for when we want to kind of bring energy into the body. And this is heat and energy that we're going to bring in. So make sure you're feeling nice and hydrated here. And then what we're going to do is going to breathe in and out through the nose. Now, the only thing really that you want to concentrate on, well, 2 things really. The exhale's nice and forceful. So imagine you've got a fly stuck in your nose and you're blowing it out. So try that now. You've got a little fly in there, blow it out. Do it one more time. Okay. All right. So that's the exhale. It's forceful. The inhale is passive and it just bounces back in without you really thinking about it. So I'll show you what the breath looks like. So it's a forceful exhale, passive inhale. So it looks like this. So forceful exhale, passive inhale. I'm not even thinking about my inhale. It just comes in naturally. Because if you don't bring that inhale in, then yeah, you're going to be in trouble after a little bit of time. Now the belly pumps in and out. So this is the second thing to remember. So maybe place your hand on your belly and then try that breath again. Forceful exhale, passive inhale. Nice. All right. So that's the rhythm. And the belly pumps in, the belly pumps out. Don't worry about the belly. It will do that naturally. Think about the exhale. That's all you need to remember. And then we'll get into this nice rhythm together. So we'll do 3 rounds and we'll build them as we go. The first one will be nice and passive. Now, if you want to keep your hand on your belly, that's fine. You can have one hand here. You can have one hand here. That's quite nice. You can have your hands here. You can have your hands at heart center. You can have your hands on your knees. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can do it this way, and then you can bring your arms out. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stretch out through my fingers. And then what I'm going to do is focus in between my eyes while I do this. All right. So nice deep inhale to begin. And then just start your breath of fire. Stay relaxed through the face. Take a deep inhale and then a full exhale. If you had your hands lifted like mine, then just bring your hands down. And then everybody bring your hands so the palms are face up, and then bring your thumb and your forefinger together. This is called Gyan Mudra. This is the mudra of wisdom and knowledge. And then maybe just find a nice steady rhythm of breath and breathe nice and deeply. And wherever you had your hands, then just check in with your experience. Notice what you're noticing. See if you can kind of feel a little energy within the body. Sometimes it feels like a little hum or a buzz of energy. Sometimes it's more pronounced and it feels like there's a light bulb, ding, it gets switched on right in the center of your chest. Ding, I'll say it again. Not that light bulbs ding, do they? Sometimes they do. All right, we'll do that again. So you can do this again with the arms. You can use a different mudra. This is nice. I'm going to use Anjali mudra. So this is heart center. So now my focus is going to be right at my heart and the tips of my fingers. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to focus in between the eyes, and we'll go again with another round. So nice deep inhale. And then start your breath of fire. Nice forceful exhale, passive inhale. Take a deep inhale. Pause your breath. And exhale, let it go. And then whatever mudra you had or wherever your hands were, we'll all meet again in the same position, thumb and the forefinger together. And then just breathe here. Deep inhales. Full exhales. See if you can realize a little bit of energy and heat in the body. Beautiful. And then if your eyes are closed, you're going to come with your eyes open. So I'll give you a choice. You can go here again, go nice and wide with the arms. You can go here, you can go here, you can go here, the hands on the belly, or I'm going to do this. I'm going to clasp the hands together, invert the palms, press the palms out, and then the arms are going to be above the head. Have a little move around if you're here, just from side to side a little bit. If you're not, then just relax and you don't have to move at all. And then I'm pressing my palms up and I'm thinking about my energy from the crown of my head all the way through my palms to my ceiling. And this is where the energy is going to rise. So just one more complete round of breath of fire. So deep inhale and then start your breath of fire. Keep the breath going. Stay nice and relaxed through the face. Take a deep inhale. Pause your breath. Press your sit bones down into the floor as you stretch a little bit higher with the hands. And then when you're ready, exhale. So comb the arms down if they're up like mine. If not, we're all going to meet again with our hands on our knees. And we're going to do it one more time. We'll bring the thumb and the forefinger together. Maybe close your eyes. Bring your attention inwards. See what's going on for you. So a big part of your yoga practice is just paying attention and just notice what you're noticing. Not a lot more than that. Just be curious. You might be thinking, what was that breath all about? See if it worked for you. See if it's something that you want to bring into your daily life. Maybe, maybe not. And then if your eyes are closed, just come with your eyes open. Give your fingers a little wriggle out. Bring your legs out again. Grab a drink if you want to. I'm going to have another slurp of tea. We'll move a little bit more now. That's halfway through the class, so there's a lot of warm up there. More warmed up with the breath, we've warmed up with the body. We'll do one more seated posture, and then we'll just bring some of that flow into the class. So from here, inhale, sweep your arms up. We're going to come into a twist. Twist over to the right. So left hand on the right knee, right hand behind. Press into your fingertips as you find length, and then exhale just into your twist. Just twist into the right. Every inhale, find length. Every exhale into your twist. Inhaling, finding length. And then exhaling into your twist. One more like that. Nice deep inhale. And a full exhale. Come back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. And then exhale, twist to the left. So right hand, left knee. Left hand behind. Press into the fingertips. So you can see I'm finding length here. And then exhaling, I'm just twisting. I'm not twisting far. Inhaling, I'm finding length. Exhale and twisting to the left. Deep inhales. Full releasing exhales. One more like that. Nice deep inhale. And a full exhale. And then come back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, frame the hands to heart center. Beautiful. All right, I was going to say one more thing, Sat, but I've been saying that for a long time. So come onto all fours. And then we're just going to tuck our toes under. And then I'd like you to come and stand any way that feels good for you. I'm just trying to decide whether I'm going to keep that little mat on the floor. Make sure you've got enough room. I'm just going to have a little experiment. I've got loads of room here. Nice. All right. So I am going to move this out the way. If you need to move anything out the way, then feel free. And then just come to stand in your Tadasana. So remember when we sat up against the wall, if you did that with me, let's do that, but do it standing. In fact, let's do it against the wall. I've got some pictures here. I can do it here. Yeah, against this wall. So you know when we sat, so you kind of have your heels, so your feet are lined up. So imagine you've got your yoga mat. You might even have your yoga mat here. And then you line your feet up, shoulders against the back of the door. And then the door, you bring your head just against the back of the door. And then the palms face forward. So this is the kind of posture that you want. Back of the neck is long, chin is tucked in. You know, maybe you just bring the head away just very slightly and you're probably here. It's just barely grazing the door. So this is your Tadasana. So this is a kind of a nice way to find this shape when we come to the top of our mats. The most important thing is your feet. Make sure your feet are lined up. So you don't want to be kind of like with the feet out wide. It throws the hips out and that's not where you want to be. So here we are in our Tadasana. Maybe close your eyes, take a couple of breaths. What does it feel like to stand What is the sensation like within the body? Beautiful. Nice. Bring your hands to heart center. Now we're just going to like warm up here, coming into some forward folds. So inhale, sweep your arms up. And then as you exhale, generous bend in the knees. See how I bend my knees, come all the way down. And then grab opposite elbows, or just place your hands on your thighs. You know, you could be here. You're just folding in. You might bend one knee, you might bend the other. You might sway around a little bit or a lot. You can have your hands here on the elbows. You can kind of like graze the fingertips on the floor and just swing a little bit from side to side. That can feel nice. Make sure your spine feels okay. We've done plenty of work into the spine. So again, just be curious about how this feels. Swaying here from side to side, or just staying still. I'll leave it up to you, what you want to kind of bring into your practice. Beautiful. Nice. And then back to center if you were moving from side to side. Press into your feet, and then just with the hands down, you just roll up. You get about halfway up, then sweep your arms up into the air, and then exhale, just frame your hands to heart center. So we're just going to move like that, nice and simple and slowly. So inhale up, maybe look up to your palms, maybe a little hint of a back bend, and then exhale, just fold in nice and deep. Your next inhale, press into the feet, sweep the arms all the way back up. Again, maybe a tiny little back bend, and then exhale, hands to heart center. So when I say a tiny little back bend, you know, there's a little bit of movement in the spine. You want to be kind of moving here, you know, from the upper spine, not really kind of dumping into the vertebra. For me, when I come up and I do this, you see it's not big. I don't want it to be big. I don't want to stretch my spine too much. So when I say hint of a back bend, that's all I mean. So hands to heart center. Let's go again with the breath. Match the movement with breath. Inhale up. Exhale, folding deep. Nice and simple. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, frame the hands to heart center. So every movement has a breath. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Nice, everyone. Press into the feet. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Have a look at your feet again, and then maybe just separate them a little bit wider. So that's going to give you a lot more room to kind of fold into. So you open your pelvic bowl up. Hands at heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We go 5 more. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Fullness of breath. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You got it now. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Final one. Inhale. Try to move with like energy and joy. Press into the feet. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then just give the hands a good shake out. In fact, come with your feet. You can stay with the feet about hip width apart. Give the hands a little wriggle. Maybe do a little bit of running on the spot. And then bring your feet, right hand on the heart. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. This is all about just moving the energy around. Like energize yourself. If you want the hands to be a little bit lower, you can do this. You know, if you want to kind of like lift the opposite heel, you can kind of do this. Don't think about it too much. It's just moving the energy around. Kind of little joyful movements. You can shake the hands above the head, whatever you want to do. Just kind of move the body. I don't care what you do. I'm asking you just to be expressive. Don't care what it looks like. We're just moving together. Yes. I'm wafting my heat from a fire around. Beautiful. Really nice. All right, let's do this. Bring our hands onto our hips. So the hands and the fingertips are pointing down. Inhale the shoulders up, exhale the shoulders down. Nice and rapid. Inhale up, exhale down. As you inhale up, you kind of wear the shoulders like earrings. As you exhale, you drop your shoulder blades down your back. Opposite shoulders. Both shoulders together. Two more. Nice. Palms face forward. Find a little bit of stillness. Breathe in deeply. Deep inhales. Full exhales. One more like that. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. Nice. Give the fingers a little wriggle. If you need to take a drink, please do that now. And we're going to do one more energetic movement, and then we'll come into full sun salutations. All right, that's going to stay up there. So this one is called Paint the Aura. It's energetic, it's releasing. So you know we sometimes feel like tension. I know that I had a couple of conversations this morning that were quite stressful, and a couple of things happened this morning where I couldn't really control it, and something that I couldn't fix quickly. And then I'm thinking, how am I going to get through this day by fixing this? And it's kind of left a bit of a residue within me. I kind of feel a bit frustrated, and I want to let go of that. So this posture is called Paint the Aura. Now, the only thing that you want to be conscious of is not straining your back. So your feet are nice and wide. You bend your knees, quite deeply. This is the movement. You inhale up, you exhale down. You inhale up, you exhale down. You see how much my knees are bent though. So I don't want to strain my hamstrings, and I certainly don't want to strain my lower back. So I will ask you to kind of move in a kind of manner that is not going to hurt you. Be very cautious with this one. The most important thing is the exhale, and you'll probably do this. So you let it go. So we inhale light, we exhale darkness, we inhale positivity, we exhale negativity and anything we don't need. This is like going out in the street and having a good shout. And that way you get rid of your frustrations, and then all your loved ones don't get your frustration sideways, where it kind of like seeps out in this slightly toxic way, and everyone around you is like, what's wrong with that person today? All right. So this is a really good way. It's healthy to release all emotions. Anger is good. There's nothing wrong with anger. We don't want to suppress it. We want to let it out. All right. Feet hip width apart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And you can exhale through the nose, or maybe like this through the mouth. Four more. Let it go. Inhale up and exhale, come all the way back down. If anyone just tuned into Facebook at that moment, they'll be like, what is going on? I thought this was supposed to be yoga. Well, it is yoga. It's just energetic and releasing. All right, hands to heart center. Take a couple of breaths, let all of your energy settle. You can feel a little bit lightheaded and energized after that. Deep, rich inhales, full, releasing exhales. And then let's move through sun salutation A. We've kind of put half of the pieces together. We'll just work on the other pieces. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold in nice and deep. Nice. Inhale, this time, draw some length into your spine. So come up about halfway, maybe right up onto the thighs. That can feel nice. Back of the neck is long, gaze straight down. Then as you exhale, flatten your palms, step one foot back. Do this slowly, then the other foot. Then take an inhale, lengthen here into your plank. Nice. As you exhale, drop your knees, keep your elbows tucked by your body, lower all the way to the floor. So you do that nice and slowly, keeping the elbows tucked in. Take an inhale, just raise your chest, roll your shoulders back. This is Cobra. Yes. And then exhale, all fours, lift your hips into your first downward facing dog. Let your head be nice and loose, and then pedal your legs out. Maybe bend the knees deeply. You want length in the spine more than anything else. So breathe nice and deep, deep, rich inhales, full releasing exhales. Nice. Then from here, look between your hands. You're just going to step your feet in between your hands. Now you might think, oh yeah, we'll do it in loads of steps. So 1, 2, maybe up onto the fingertips, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6, something like that. Press into your feet and then inhale, just come all the way back up. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. So that's one round of sun salutation A little variation of it. I'm going to tuck myself in. So if you need to do anything like that, feel free. And then we're just going to move like this with the breath. All right, set yourself up. Get yourself sorted. Bring your hands to heart center. Look at your feet, line them up the long edges of your mat with some energy and some joy. Inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, fold in nice and deep. Your next inhale draws you nice and high, flat back. And then exhale, hands are down, step one foot back, step your other foot back. Inhale to find some length. And then your choice, either drop the knees or you can lower down in one piece. So keep the elbows tucked in, however you're lowering. See how I come down nice and slowly. And then inhale, scoop your chest forward, roll your shoulders back. And then as you exhale, you can either come here to all fours or just lift your hips, come straight into downward facing dog. Where we'll take 2 breaths. Deep inhale. Full exhale. One more like that. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. And then bend your knees, hinge your hips, look between your hands. And then step up in like 5 or 6 steps. Well, it's going to be 6, isn't it? Take an inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold in deep, and then press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, and then exhale, hands to heart center. So that was a full round of sun salutation A. So when I'm stepping forward, you can just step one foot up, step the other foot up. If you've got a real energetic practice, some people hop forward. I don't do that. And if you kind of need to inch the feet up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps, that's all good. As long as you come to the top of your mat, then you're in the right place. Let's do a couple more. Inhale up. Exhale, fold in deep. Inhale, lengthen, come up halfway. As you exhale, bring the hands down, step it back, one foot then the other. Inhale here to find some length, and then exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra pose, keep the elbows tucked in, and then exhale into downward facing dog. Nice. 2 breaths, deep inhale, full exhale, your deepest inhale, and your fullest exhale. Bend your knees, hinge your hips, look between the hands, that's where you're going to go. Bring yourself gently to the top of your mat. Inhale, come up halfway. I'm going to headbutt this cabinet. Exhale, fold in deep, press into your feet. Inhale, sweep the arms high and wide. And then exhale, hands to heart center. And then just pause with the hands at heart center. Take a few breaths, deep inhales, full releasing exhales. I'm just looking at the time. We've got time for one more round. So try and enjoy it. See if you can remember all this. In fact, should we try it? Should we try and do it without me saying too much? I probably say way too much. So all I'll do is I'll say the inhales and the exhales. So standing with the feet hip width apart. All you're going to hear now is inhale, exhale. I promise you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 breaths. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Deepest inhale. Fullest exhale. Bring yourself to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Hopefully you followed me. If you're finishing now, fantastic stuff. And then come to sit back down on your mats. Nice. Grab anything that feels good. Maybe a blanket. Maybe something like a cushion or a pillow to place underneath your hips. We'll finish off this cup of tea, so make sure you're hydrated. even in this cold weather. Beautiful. Really nice work. Okay. So we're not going to do a Shavasana today. We're going to stay here seated. We're going to do a little bit of alternate nostril breathing. Left hand will be on the knee. Right hand will do all the work. Thumb will block off the right nostril. And then the ring finger or little finger will block off the left. So this is energizing and calming. It's balancing. We're going to balance it all out. It's been quite an energetic class. And we're just going to bring all that energy together like this. All right. So thumb will block off the right nostril. Maybe close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your left. Close off the left with the ring or little finger. Exhale through the right. Inhaling through the right. Close off the right with the thumb. Full exhale through the left. Inhale left. Close off left. Full exhale right. Inhale right. Close off right. Full exhale left. Inhale left. Close off left. Full exhale right. Inhale right. Close off right with the thumb. Full exhale left. Two more rounds. Inhale left. Stay relaxed through the shoulders. Spine is long. Close off left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close off right. Full exhale left. Final round coming up. Inhale left. Close off left. Full exhale right. Inhale right. Close off right. Final time. Full exhale through the left. And then bring the right hand down to meet the left. Right hand on the right knee. Left hand on the left knee. Palms up, palms down. Maybe keep the eyes closed or the gaze is super soft. And then just notice the effects of your practice today. Just take 3 more complete rounds here. Deep, rich inhales, full releasing exhales. Deep inhale. Full exhale. One more like that. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. And then if your eyes are closed, just very gently open your eyes. Beautiful, everyone. I'm just turned on the comments because I had my full screen on there. So lovely to see you, Irene and Mandy and Dee. I think it's your first time. Pauline, not too far away from you in the Peak District. I'm going there tomorrow. I'm going to Hathersage tomorrow. I'm running on Stanage Edge. That'll be nice. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Jean and Tor, thank you. Thank you so much for your comments. Let's rub our hands together at heart center. Create a load of heat in between our palms. And then just place left hand on the heart, right hand on the left hand. Beautiful. And then with a wholehearted bow, wish yourself well and wish everybody else well. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. It's really nice to have you in this virtual world, the Royal Voluntary Service. Thank you so much, Virtual Village Hall, for hosting me and hosting all of these amazing classes. Hopefully they've served you well this year. I'll be back here next week. I think that's the 22nd of December. We are rapidly getting there, aren't we? But we got a lot more time to do some yoga. Try and keep your yoga practice up, or whatever wellness practices that you do. Try and stay connected. You know, don't let it all go over Christmas, because then that January comes and it's like, oh, oh, I need to do something. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Mandy. Thanks for your comments. I will see you all next week. For now, I'm going to go and hug my fire. All right. See you, everyone. Bye now.